Hey all, welcome to ShareTrek. This is Raj here. Today I want to talk to you about the latest data release from CRISPR Therapeutics and then look at its price action and see whether the sentiments have improved. The data was released yesterday and therefore we should see some reaction. Let's get started. Yesterday, CRISPR Therapeutics released data on two therapies, CTX130, a CAR-T therapy aimed at renal cell carcinoma. The data was from their phase 1 study called Cobalt RCC study. The first in-human clinical trial exploring CD70 targeting CAR-T cell therapy in clear cell RCC showed a tolerable safety profile with no off-target toxicities and encouraging anti-tumor activity. One patient experienced a durable complete response, the first to be achieved with allogeneic CAR-T cell therapy in patients with relapsed or refractory solid tumors. CTX130 achieved a 77% disease control rate in a heavily penetrated RCC patient population. The largest duration of stable disease achieved was observed for 7.8 months and ongoing at the time of the data cutoff, which means the patient is still in good condition. During periods of stable disease, patients did not receive any other anti-cancer therapies. The results from the Cobalt RCC study represent a clinically meaningful proof of concept for further exploration of CD70 targeting CAR-T cells in CCRCC and other CD70 malignancies. A next generation anti-CD70 CAR-T program, CTX131, is now being developed, which incorporates the edit that were present in CTX130 with additional edits to two more genes. These additional edits have been shown to significantly increase potency of the CAR-T cells in preclinical trial models. The next data release was for an allogeneic anti-CD83 CAR-T cell to demonstrate potent activity in graft versus host disease or GVHD and acute myeloid leukemia or AML tumors. This talks about the viability of an approach to allogeneic CAR-T therapy with the help help of some gene edits to mitigate graft versus host disease and assist in the persistence of the CAR-T cells in the body in treating AML. Overall, both the data releases are positive. We also have the enhanced CTX131 to look forward to. I think this further reinforces my confidence in CRISPR Therapeutics. Let us see how the markets reacted. Of course, I'd like to caution you that we have had the CPI factor, which has boosted all shares. So we may have to see, to wait and see until next week to see if the sentiment for CRISPR Therapeutics has improved. However, it will still be worthwhile to look at the TradingView platform and see what the price action is doing to the CRISPR shares. So let's get into the TradingView platform. Well, friends, here we are in the TradingView platform looking at the chart for CRISPR Therapeutics. And each of these candles is a one-day candle. Let us zoom out to see the price action so far. We have dropped from a high of somewhere around $220 all the way down to $54. So first off, I think the share is available at a great discount. Given the fact that CRISPR is not a cash poor company, it has got sufficient cash in its balance sheet, and it has got a very rich pipeline. So I'm quite bullish on CRISPR, especially after reading the latest data release. And if I see the price action for yesterday, we have broken out of the bear channel that we were in before. And we had a very, very handsome gain of 11.77%. If you look at the gains out here, the high end was 36 yesterday, and the low end was 2.83. So I think that the moderate gain out here shows that probably it's related to the data that we have got. It's not too exuberant. So overall, I think we may be able to sustain the gains that we have had so far. Today, it's 11th of November, and we are at 9 o'clock in the morning. The market has not yet opened. But pre-market, we are already up 1.31%. So our next resistance is going to be 56.36. And I'm feeling comfortable that today we'll cross 56.36 and probably convert that into a support, or at least we'll challenge that resistance. One of these two things is likely to happen. I'm looking at the MACD, which is positive, and the momentum also is at 50. And given that pre-market, we are already up 1.31. I think we're going to cross the 50% on the momentum chart, and that's going to be good for CRISPR Therapeutics going forward. So that's what it looks like to me at this point of time. Definitely, I think if I had the money, I would definitely dollar cost average on CRISPR Therapeutics and hope for gains going forward because it's overall a pretty good company. Well, friends, here I am on the CRISPR Therapeutics pipeline page. And you can see that we already have a very advanced candidate for beta thalassemia and sickle cell disease in XSL, which is likely to get monetized soon. And it still, as I mentioned in my earlier video on CRISPR, there is still a big enough market for CRISPR Therapeutics to come in and try to capture and monetize. So I'm not too much worried about this, and I think this is a big asset for CRISPR Therapeutics. And going further, we already saw data from CTX130, which is very encouraging in the clinical trials. And we also saw proof of concept for 131, CTX131, to help the persistence of the allogenic CAR T therapy. And guys, you already know that I'm very bullish about allogenic therapies because they can be off the shelf. The lead time between the patient requesting it and getting it is going to be very narrow. And one of the major challenges for allogenic therapies have been persistence, have been the immune system. And therefore, I'm really excited with the proof of concept that was demonstrated for CTX131. I'm feeling very positive about it, and it's in the enabling stage. So I would look forward to CTX131 getting into the clinical trial stage. And if we were to go down further and look at VCTX210, which will be one of its kind therapy, this will give a big lead for CRISPR Therapeutics. Of course, it's in collaboration with ViaCyte, but still the first in field advantage will be there for CRISPR Therapeutics. So all said and done, I think the rich pipeline and a pretty decent cash balance in their books, and many, I think around 5 therapies in the clinical trial stage, makes me very optimistic about CRISPR Therapeutics. And in terms of disclosure, I do not have any investment in CRISPR Therapeutics because, as I said, my portfolio is fully allocated and I don't have any money, and I don't want to put more money into the portfolio at this stage. But if I did have money, I would definitely do a little bit of dollar cost averaging in CRISPR Therapeutics. And yeah, that's all I have for today, my friends. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please do not hesitate to press a like out there. And if you're not yet subscribed, please subscribe and help me grow this channel. Thanks and have a great day. Bye for now.